and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be making 3 Glam fall DIYs using Dollar Tree products. For my first DIY I'm going to be making this fall Glam table centerpiece. Let's go ahead and get started. I used 2 of these maple leaf bundles from Dollar Tree and I spray painted them silver. After I finished spray painting them, I used this Gorilla Spray adhesive and this fine silver glitter to add some sparkle to my leaves. You can spray your leaves with hairspray to prevent glitter fallout afterwards. Once they were dry, I trimmed off the stems with some heavy-duty scissors. Now I'm going to spray paint one of these sunflower bundles from Dollar Tree with some white spray paint. After my paint had dried, I used some Mod Podge and silver glitter to decorate the center of my flowers. Once I finished decorating my sunflowers, I set those aside and began working on my pumpkins. I'm going to be using 3 of these white velvet pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to decorate 2 of my pumpkins using this bling wrap from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to measure it to size and cut it into strips. Once I finished cutting my strips, I used hot glue to glue them in place. I decorated 2 of my pumpkins using the bling wrap, and for my third pumpkin I'm going to be using Mod Podge and silver glitter. I'm only going to be applying glitter to the top part of the pumpkin. Once I finished applying my Mod Podge, I sprinkle on the glitter and shake off the excess. You can also spray the pumpkin with a little bit of hairspray to prevent glitter fallout afterwards. Now I'm going to be using this metallic silver paint to paint the stems of the pumpkins. I did 2 coats of paint on each pumpkin. Once everything was dry, I arranged my pumpkins on top of my table. On the bottom of my arrangement, I am using 8 mirror coasters from Dollar Tree. This is how I decided to arrange it. You can arrange it in many different ways. You can play around with the design. I love how glam and affordable this table centerpiece is. For my second DIY, I'm going to be decorating this thankful sign and pumpkins. I'm going to be using one of these thankful signs from Dollar Tree and I'm going to be removing the twine. I'm going to be using this white apple barrel paint to paint the entire sign. I did a total of 2 coats on the entire sign. Once my paint had dried, I took some painter's tape and I put a strip down the middle. I painted the bottom half of my sign using this metallic silver paint. I did 2 coats of paint in total and then I removed the tape. After my paint had dried, I used some bling wrap to decorate the center of my sign. I cut my bling wrap into strips measuring the width of each letter and then I just hot glued them in place. Once I was done with my sign, I worked on my pumpkins. I am using 3 of these pumpkins from Dollar Tree and I am removing the leaves from all of them. After I removed the leaves, I spray painted them white. I spray painted the leaves silver. Now using this metallic silver paint, I am painting the stems of the pumpkins. I did 2 coats of paint on each pumpkin and let them dry. I am going to be using a mixture of Mod Podge and silver glitter to decorate my leaves. I apply the mixture of Mod Podge and glitter to the top part of my leaves. Once everything had dried, I just placed the leaves on the pumpkins. This is how I arranged my second DIY. You can arrange them the same way I did or use them separately. For my third DIY, I'm going to be making this Glam pumpkin sign. I began by using one of these large pumpkin signs from Dollar Tree and removing the twine and the leaf from the front. I'm going to be using this white and the silver metallic paint to paint my pumpkin. I began by painting my entire pumpkin white. I did 2 coats of paint. Then I mixed some metallic silver paint and some white paint to add some dimension to my pumpkin. I painted on some lines to add curves to my pumpkin. I painted the stem of the pumpkin using the silver metallic paint. Then I used a mixture of Mod Podge and glitter to add some sparkle to my pumpkin. Then I used hot glue to glue the leaf that it came with on the top of my pumpkin. And I used one of the leftover sunflowers that I had from my first DIY to glue it on the top part of the pumpkin. Then I used some jade gems to add some decorative binds to my pumpkin. I added these binds for decoration but also to cover up the small hole where the string for the pumpkin was. These gems have adhesive on their own, but I added hot glue to make them more secure. I am also going to be using the smaller pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and I'm removing the base and the smaller pumpkin that it comes with. I painted the entire pumpkin white and I did a total of 2 coats of paint. Now I am using this metallic silver paint to paint the stem of my pumpkin. Now I'm going to be using these jot gem stickers to decorate my pumpkin. I placed the stickers all the way around the pumpkin. These gem stickers have adhesive on their own and I didn't use any extra glue for this. I found this Hello Fall on Google Images and I printed it out on photo paper and I trimmed it out with my paper cutter. I'll be linking the image down below in the description box in case you want to use it. I used Mod Podge to glue the image on my pumpkin. I also applied a layer of Mod Podge on the top to protect my image. Then I used a mixture of Mod Podge and glitter to decorate my pumpkin. I also added gemstone stickers around the Hello Fall sign. Then I used one of these long signs from Dollar Tree and I painted it white as well. I did 2 coats of paint. Once my paint had dried, I used some bling wrap from Dollar Tree to decorate my sign. I placed the bling wrap all around and I just used hot glue to glue it in place. Then I hot glued my pumpkins together. Now I'm going to be using 4 of these tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree to hold up my pumpkins. I just hot glue them in place. Then I painted them white to make them less visible from the front. Then I just hot glue my pumpkins to the tumbling tower pieces. Then I took one of these owls from Dollar Tree and I spray painted it white. And this is how my pumpkin sign ended up looking. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.